All right, good morning, everybody. Well, it's Thursday. We're almost there. Okay, we will go ahead and get started in a, let's start in a seat. Okay, so let's just take a couple minutes, kind of connect with that breath, just to kind of relax, chill out a little bit. Using that breath to wake yourself up. So just sitting nice and tall, closing down those eyes, just letting those palms rest on those knees. And take that really big breath in through the nose. And exhale it out through the nose. You can make that a sigh if you'd like. Again, big breath in. Exhaling it out. Now we'll close down that mouth. We'll continue to breathe in and out through the nose. Big breath in, filling those lungs. And exhaling it out, just nice and slow through the nose. Just being, noticing that rise and fall of the belly, of the chest. Notice sitting a little bit taller on that inhale. Grounding a little bit heavier into the mat on that exhale. Inhale, we'll reach those arms out to the side, reach up nice and tall. That exhale, let's find that twist to that right side. Sit tall on that inhale. Exhale deeper into that twist. Inhale, bring it back up. And exhale, we'll twist it to the other side. Lengthen on that inhale. Exhale, deeper twist. And inhale, bring it back up. We're gonna side stretch over to that right side. So really reach that left arm up and over. Inhale, bring it back up. And exhale it over to that other side. And bring it back up. And again, twist it to the right. Inhale, center. To the left. Inhale, center. Reach it up. Side stretch. Inhale, back up to that other side. And inhale, reach it up and twist. Center and twist to the other side. Bring it back up. Last time, side stretch to the right. Just warming up through that torso, back up to the other side. Bring it back up. Let's go ahead and lower those hands down onto hands and knees, that tabletop position. Let's do a few rounds of cat-cow. So on that inhale, drop that belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone as we look up. Exhale, round. And inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, round. Now from here, if you want to add some sways from side to side, as we continue to move through the cat-cows, move it on your own with your breath. Then you can add in some toe stretches, some child's poses, whatever you need. Then now bring it back to that neutral spine. Go ahead and step those feet back to our plank. There you go, right into it. One through that core. Let's hold this for 10. Really press into those fingers, press into the palms. Chest pulls forward, but we're not dropping through those hips to do so. Keeping that core tight, lifting through the hips, strong through those legs. Let's go 5 more breaths. And 3. And 2. And 1. Sending those hips up to the sky, that inverted V, downward facing dog. Pedal those feet, sway to those hips. Good, then inhale on the toes. Bend into those knees, look forward. Step or hop those feet, top the mat. And inhale, sliding the hands up the shins, half lift. Exhale, we'll slide it down as we fold. Bend into those knees. We'll rise up to standing, reach it up nice and tall. But interlacing those fingers, we're gonna bend it over to that right side. Inhale it back up. Exhale it over to that left side. Good. Inhale, reach it back up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, find that flat back. Good. Exhale, plant those hands, step those feet back to our plank. We're going to drop the heels over to that right side. Left arm reaches up. We're going to thread that arm under. So reaching that left hand underneath that right armpit. Inhale it back up. Lower it down to the other side. Heels to the left. Right arm reaches up. Thread that arm through. Inhale it back up. And exhale, lower those hands down. Shifting that weight forward as we move into that vinyasa. Inhale, lift that chest up, cobra. If you're feeling it, you can press up to that upward facing dog. And then exhale, sending those hips up and back into our down dog. And now come onto the toes. Bend those knees, step those feet, top the mat. Inhale the half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll rise. Interlace those fingers. Let's go. That side stretch over to the right. Inhale it back up to the left. Inhale it back up. Exhale, release those hands as we fold. Flat back on that inhale. And exhale, plant those hands down. Step it back to our plank. Dropping the heels to the right. Left arm reaches up. Thread that arm under. Inhale it back up. Lower it down. Heels to the left. Right arm reaches up. Thread it under. Send it back up. And lower the hands down. Shift it forward. Vinyasa. So lower. Inhale, lift. And exhaling those hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. And come to the toes. Bend the knees. Step or float those feet nice and light. Top of the mat. Half lift on that inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll rise. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale it back up. Over to the left. Inhale it back up. Exhale, release the hands, fold. Find that flat back. Exhale, plant those hands. Step it back. Side plank to the right. Left arm up and thread. Inhale it back up to the other side. Reach that right arm up. Thread. Inhale it up. Lower both hands down. Shift it for vinyasa. And exhaling those hips up. Downward facing dog. Now one more breath here. We're going to shift it forward to a plank. So you can come high onto the toes, round that spine. Shift it to our plank. So shoulders are right over the wrists. Now from here, stabilizing through those shoulders. So what I mean by that is pressing into the palms, pulling those forearms towards each other. Okay, those elbow creases are pointing. So here to the opposite front corner. Opposite front corner of the mat. Okay, now from here, keep that stable shoulders, and then press those hips up and back. Weight's gonna come to that right hand. Left arm is gonna come back, reach for that ankle. If you can reach for your little foot, that's right. I have short arms. That's gonna be my excuse. Here we go. So I'm gonna reach for my shin. Bring it back to our plank, and then shift the hips back to down dog. Left or right hand reaches for that left knee. Bring it back to plank, and then come back. Left hand's gonna reach that right ankle. Bring it forward. Shift it back. Right hand reaches for left leg. Come forward to plank. Let's go one more each side. Shift it back and forward. Press it back and forward. Good, hold, breathe. So 3, 2, and 1. Hips up, high on the toes. Bend into those knees. Step or hop those feet wide. So right outside those hands. Sink those hips down into that squat. So you need to be a little bit higher this morning if those hips are feeling a little tight. Maybe you just sit here for a minute. You can press into those toes, press the knees out, drop those hips down a little lower. We're gonna extend that right hand down to the ground. Left arm reaches up to the sky, looking towards that left thumb. And then we'll switch. Left hand reaches down, right arm reaches up. And lower the hands down, straighten those legs as we fold. Find that flat back. And plant those hands, stepping those feet back to our plank vinyasa. Exhaling those hips up, down dog. Bring the feet together. Inhale, we'll bring that right leg up. Curl that right knee to the nose. Inhale it up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale it back up. And exhale, curl in and hugging that knee up tight to the body. And then stepping that foot through. Back heel lowers down. Inhaling those arms up into that warrior one. Squaring those hips off. So right hip back, left hip forward. Really press into that back heel. Maybe a little more weight to the outside edge of the foot. And then we'll draw those arms down. Interlace those fingers, open that chest. And exhale, fold. And then release those hands, rise back up. And then lower those hands down to the mat. Step it back to a plank. Lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale those hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Feet together, inhale. Left leg lifts. Exhale, curl that knee in. Inhale it back up. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, curl it in. Stepping that foot through. Back heel lowers down. Inhale those arms up. Good. Now drawing those arms down, interlace the fingers, open that chest, stretching those shoulders, and then exhale, fold. And release those hands as we rise back up. Lowering those hands down to the mat, stepping it back to our plank, and lower. Inhale, lift, and exhale those hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Good, now come onto the toes. Bend those knees, step those feet right outside those hands. We'll sink those hips down, turn those toes out. The chest is lifted, hands come to heart center. So pressing into those toes, press those knees out. You're gonna lower that right hand down, left arm reaches up. Good, and switch, other side. Left arm down, right arm reaches up. And lower the hands down as we fold. Find that half lift and plant the hands. Step or hop those feet back right into that vinyasa. Exhaling, hips to the sky, down dog. Feet together, inhale that right leg lifts. Exhale, curl that knee to the nose. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, curl, step that foot through. Back heel down, inhaling those arms up. Warrior one. Draw the arms down, open through that chest. And exhale, fold. Inhale, releasing those arms as we rise back up. And lower those hands down, sending that leg back, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hips to the sky. To that left side, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, curl that knee in. Inhale it back up. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, curl it in. Step that foot through. Back heel lowers. Inhale those arms up. And draw those arms down. Open through that chest. And exhale, fold. Releasing those arms. Bring it back up. And lower the hands down. Stepping it back as we make our way down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Then now bring it down to the hands and knees. The hands are right underneath the shoulders. Knees are right underneath the hips. Let's just start a little balance here. So we're going to send that right leg back. Left arm is going to reach forward. Good. Exhale, curl it in nice and slow. Keep squeezing that elbow to the knee. Inhale, press it out. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, press. And curl. And press. Two more. Curl it in. Press it out. Curl. And press. And lower that hand. Lower the knee. Other side. Left leg back. Right arm reaches forward. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, press it back. And curl. Press, reach. Curl. And reach two more times. Curl it in. Reach it out. Last one. Curl. And reach. And lower that hand. Lower that knee down. If you need a few cat-cows, quick little child's pose, whatever you need. And I'm going to send those hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Feet together. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bring that right knee to that right elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhale that knee across. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale that knee to the nose. Pause. Step that foot through. Your back heel can ground down. Inhaling those arms up. Exhale those elbows down. Interlace the fingers. Open up through that chest. Now, from here, we're going to start to hover that chest. So not quite that humble fold. We want that flat back. Think more warrior three with that back. So from here, weight's going to come into that right foot. Lifting that left leg up. Squaring those hips. Pressing through that back heel. Reaching those knuckles back towards the heels. Or towards that left heel. Now, lower that foot down. Back heel is going to lift. Arms reach up. Sink into that front knee. We're going to go into those little lunges. So lower down. Tap that knee. Bring it up. And down. Back up. That's 2. We got 5 total. Down. 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and lower it down. Lower the hands down. Straighten that front leg as we fold. Good. Now rebend into that knee. Step it back to our plank. Moving into that vinyasa, or maybe skipping that vinyasa, just staying in down dog. Up to you. Feet together. Inhale, that left leg is going to lift. Bring that left knee to that left elbow. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale it across. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, curl that knee to the nose, stepping that foot through. Back heel will lower down. Inhaling those arms up. Exhaling, draw those arms down. Open up through that chest. And then we'll start to fold. So hover that chest. We're going to lift that right leg up. Square those hips off. Press through that back heel. So again, nice, working towards that nice straight line from the heel all the way to those shoulders. One more breath. And release those arms. Back heel grounds down. Not the back heel. Back toes ground down. Heel is lifted. Okay, we got those lunges to lower down. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Lower the hands down. Straighten that front leg, folding into those half splits. Then now rebend into that knee. Go and step that foot back to our plank vinyasa. And exhaling those hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Now we're going to shift it forward to a plank. Right now, you're going to hop those feet that distance apart. Okay, really strong through. You're squeezing your glutes, you're squeezing your butt, squeezing your core. Okay, we're going to reach the left arm forward. Ooh, try not to move anything in that torso. And down. Left or right arm reaches forward. So switching and down. We're going to go right leg down, left leg, lift and down. Here we go. Kind of, we call these around the world. I don't know if that's a yoga term, but we're going to go with it. Here we go. We got left arm down, right arm down, right leg down, left leg down. Let's do that 2 more times. We got left, right, arms, now legs, right, left. Okay, now back to arms. Left, right, legs, right, and left. Good. Pause, hold, breathe. Now, if you want to get really tricky, here we go. Right arm, left leg, lift. Woo. Left leg, right arm, lift. Let's go 2 more times each side. Lift, switch, lift. 1 more time. Lift, down, lift, down. Woo. Lower those knees, hips back to the heels, and rest your head down. Oh, that one got me. I don't know about you guys. Oh, a couple more breaths. And then come back up onto those hands and knees. Let's step it back to a down dog. We'll open up through those hips. So we're going to step that right foot outside that right hand. Lower that back knee down. Then we can twist, reaching that right arm up and maybe bending into that back knee. You can reach for that foot. So if you're gonna be sitting all day, work on, well, I would do this throughout the day, but let's really work on opening up those hip flexors, those quads. They tend to get really tight when we just sit all day. It can cause low back pain. And so keep that core tight, opening through that chest. Now, if this isn't accessible, you might want to be here in this position. You might still feel that stretch in that quad, so that's perfect. Wherever you're feeling this, whatever works for you, it's just fine. We go ahead and release that foot. Lower those hands down, bend into those elbows. We can just rest those forearms down towards the mat. That chest pulls forward. Come back to those hands. Straighten that front leg as we fold half splits. And then we'll rebend that knee, go and step it back, down dog. To the other side, let's step that left foot outside that left hand. That knee lowers, twisting, reaching that left arm up, bend that back knee, reaching for that foot, open up through that chest, core is tight, rib cage pulls down, keep pressing those hips forward. And then go ahead and release that foot. Straighten that front leg. Oh no, hold on, forgot a part. Lower down onto those forearms, chest pulls forward. Keep that nice flat back. And now come up onto those hands. Straighten that front leg as we send those hips back, half splits. And then we'll rebend. From here, just go ahead and come into a seat. Let's close it off with a little twist. I like how we started. Inhaling those arms up, twisting it to the right. Inhale back to center and over to that left side. Bring it back to center. Hands rest on the knees, closing down those eyes. Taking a few breaths. Just to be in this space. Making those eyes open. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your day, or have a great day. It's early. Yeah, I think there is a weights class this afternoon at 4:30, and then again, yoga with me is next as Saturday at 9:30. Is it 9:30? All right, thanks guys. Have a good one.